Alright y'all, welcome back to Final Boss Auto Hub, and today we're going to have an interesting discussion. We're going to talk about if Nissan is really in trouble. Reports just came out, and according to Forbes.com, Nissan is heading towards bankruptcy within the next 12 to 14 months if they cannot secure another big investor to, keep them going through their tough financial strains that they've been basically facing over the last couple of years. And this is according to one of their senior officials. They also just announced that they will be cutting 9,000 jobs worldwide and working to cut their production capacity by 25%, which will aim to save about $3 billion. Let's cut the lights on. Nissan, you might be fucked. They're deep fried. They're done. Finish. Finito. Cease to exist. Done. Never been here. May go invisible. I mean, I don't know how many other phrases to come up with just to say like how deep of an issue this is. I mean, like they basically sold their large stake that they've acquired from Mitsubishi, going from 34% to 25%. They distanced themselves from Renault, and the CEO took a voluntary 50% cut in his pay. And he's bugging the hell out, because if I'm coming to work for a company that's basically already drowning in debt and, is hemorrhaging money and is going down, I'm not, taking any pay cut unless if I know there's a real close chance for us to possibly turn this ship around. And for right now, it's looking a little bleak. So he's better than me. I'm not doing that shit. You're going to pay me, because I have to deal with this as my reputation on the line. So you're going to pay me. But nevertheless, they're facing all these issues, and this is a real big issue for Nissan, And just to get into it, like, I'm a big Nissan guy. I grew up being a big Nissan guy. My dad was a big Nissan guy. Nissan just has a crazy heritage. Like, they were known for creating and innovating, exhilarating and thrilling, cars that people like to buy with different technology, always had power, known for their speed, known for their V6 technology. Like, Nissan has been that brand. Like, let's keep it real. At one point, if you had a Nissan Maxima and somebody had a Toyota Camry or a Honda Accord and they pull up alongside of you, they can't say anything to you. You drive a Camry. You drive a taxi. Who you talking to? And your shit slow. Like, get out of my face. Same thing with the Honda Accord. Who you talking to? Your car is cheap. Sometimes it has some zip, but you're not messing with me. My car is just on another level. Although we know it wasn't a luxury brand, but it was held to that standard because it's just on another level. So the brand of Nissan has always been a great brand. Like, it brought us the Silvia, it brought us the Datsun 240s, it brought us the 300 Fair Lady, which is my favorite Nissan car, by the way. It brought us the 350s, it brought us the 370s. Now the 400, even though they don't want to call it the 400, but it's the 400. And the GTR, of course, the halo car of Nissan. Everybody loves the GTR. You see one of them joints outside, you get excited, and then you see Paul Walker going crazy with it in the movies, holding it down. Like, the GTR used to be that car. It still is in a lot of spaces, you feel me? So to hear this going on with Nissan, it kind of hurts my soul a little bit, because, it was really a really big, innovative brand, especially for folks, regular folks, like everyday folks like us who can't afford the crazy luxury cars and things of that nature. We used to get the best of both worlds: power, reliability, great looks, the how can I say, the fame and the celebrity of owning a Nissan that had that lore where you couldn't compare Toyota and a Honda Accord to it in certain standpoints. And, it just sucks to see where the brand is heading. And to keep it real with you, like, I have my own gripes to pick with Nissan. Like, I had a Q50 twin turbo 3.0. Boy, that car was fast. definitely a great performer. You know what I mean? Especially for what it costs to own it. It was a mid-tier luxury brand like the Acuras, like it's there. You can't tell me I didn't have a luxury car. It was a V6 twin turbo. You know, it was fast. It had that great Nissan V6 sound. But yo, the turbo went on me not one, not two, but not three, four, but 5 times.
Fuck that! 5 times!
Yeah, 5 times. The turbo went on me 5 times. So that's to show you that over the years, Nissan just pretty much their reliability tanked heavily, which is what they used to be known for as well. You know, they stopped being innovative with their technology. They started doing all these different things which changed the brand dramatically and did not, you know, get us where we needed to go in terms of making the brand an exciting brand that people wanted to buy into. They started cutting cars that people were interested in. They started being super conservative. And you know what? Let's be real. They kind of started going the route of Toyota and Honda. Like how Toyota and Honda made that major shift in becoming a super conservative car brand. That's what Nissan started to do, and that's not your MO. You are a everyday brand for the regular folks like us who want to have something that has a little bit of allure to it, that's fast, that's reliable, great sport cars. You guys went away from that. And like Toyota went away from, I remember back in the day when you had the Japanese manufacturer awards. You had the Acura dropping the Legend, the NSX, Toyota dropping the SC and different vehicles, the Supra, Nissan, the GTR, the 300 Fairlady. Like we had all these battles, and all of a sudden Toyota and Honda chose to just be like, yo, we done with all of that. We're just going to make cars that, you know, that are super conservative, that a different crowd of people is going to buy. And Nissan kind of held that helm. And as of recently, over the last maybe 5 to 7 years, it just tanked, you know? So I think, you know, the decrease intention of innovating and creating new technology and building cars that we love as the consumers, sport cars, reliability, power, you know, stop going towards that route and started going towards, you know, pretty much creating conservative vehicles and killing the reliability because you wanted to save money. I think it ultimately kind of killed, it killed the brand. It just did away with the brand, and it didn't do it any justice, you know? And I firsthand experienced some of that when I had my Q50, and it sucks. You know what I'm saying? They gave the car community so much great memories and so many great cars that now, you know, my kids, or just in general, like folks that love cars, possibly might not have this brand anymore. So hopefully these folks can get it together. I mean, if you ask me what we can do for the brand, honestly, my opinion, if, you know, my 2 cents, is to get back on the drawing board, get back in the room, bring your most creative, you know, engineers in the room, bring the CEO, bring the senior partners, and be like, yo, we need to get back. If we can secure a couple good investors, we need to get back into innovating and creating great cars that the people will like and what people will buy. I understand EV is a thing that's looming around, but get back to the V6s, get back to the turbos, start integrating some hybrid technology, go towards that route. Design cars that look good. Make sport cars. Continue making the 400ZX. If anybody's seeing this video, let me know if the Nissan 400 is any good in terms of the reliability, because I know it has a Q50 transplant in there. So just let me know. I know they did some work on it, but getting back to the main point, create more cars like the 400, redesign the GTR, you know, bring out another Sylvia, redesign the Maxima. Like, I remember seeing that new Maxima at the car show a couple years back. And that concept was so crazy with that paint job they had. That was probably one of the best looking four-door cars I've seen. Just for it to be released, and it's way more conservative than the concept. I understand that you're not going to put everything on from the concept because of, having to follow different rules and stuff in terms of making the car safer. But you should be trying to create as close as possible as that concept, because that car was crazy, and that's my opinion. Get back to building more innovative, thrilling cars. Reuse the nameplates where it makes sense, and build those cars and honor those cars that made you that made your company what it was today, and bring that shit back. And hopefully that will work towards saving your car company. It's simple, but I feel like it's effective. And sometimes being simple is the best way to doing things sometimes, to solving a problem. Although it sounds kind of gloom with everything happening with Nissan, there are some positives. The Rogue is built locally in the United States, and it sold almost 190,000 units up to September 2024. So they're selling Rogues like crazy in the United States. I know a few people that own Rogues. They love it. Some of them upgraded to different Rogues. That's just a car for them. In Europe, at the end of October, like the Nissan Juke and the Qashqai, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, its compact SUV sector pretty much remained its popularity in Europe. Like, it's very popular over there, and it's selling crazy, maybe because of the size and, all the amenities that it offers and stuff. And it's still one of UK's most popular cars since 2022. I'm also hearing that they just did a merger in some kind of way, like that shared project with Honda to build some EV lines. And I hear that they're having talks of maybe Honda buying up some of their stock. Who knows? That'd be crazy. Like a Honda owning part of Nissan, like, especially with them being like rivals that pushed each other. I think that would be crazy if that was to actually happen. But, there's some positives in the works. I just hope it happens before this whole bankruptcy becomes a realistic thing and actually happens. Don't get me wrong, it's realistic, it's on the board to happen, but I hope it can be solved before we get to that point. Nissan, baby, get it together, baby. Get it together. Like, we as real car enthusiasts love your cars. We love the Skylines, we love the R33s, the R34s, the R35s. We love the 300 Fairlady. We love the 370s. We love the new 400 that you just released. We want to see the Maxima back, redesigned, and just giving it that popularity that it once had a couple years ago, and the lore that it had. We want to see this brand, man, as real car enthusiasts. So Nissan, do what you got to do, man. Get it together. Stop building these bum ass, lemon cars. Stop just cutting lines of your cars. Take the time and reinvest into your product line and develop sexy, innovative, thrilling cars that people want to buy. You get what I'm saying? It's not hard. It's not hard. You can't keep on trying to cut corners thinking that you're going to get to the next level, knowing that, in a couple weeks or so, a couple years, that cut corner is going to come back and bite you in the ass. And that's essentially what it's doing. You're blaming Goosen, but the company's been going down before Goosen. You feel me? So come on, get it together. Bring out these cars that we want. And let's get back to going crazy on the road. You feel me? Anyway, guys, if you're watching this video, thank you. That's just my 2 cents on Nissan. And hopefully, this video resonates with y'all. Comment. Let's have a discussion. What you think? Do you think Nissan could pretty much come back from this? Do you feel like Nissan needs to go? Do you feel like Nissan can still compete if given the right amount of time with Toyota and Honda? What do you guys think about this? Just let me know. Comment. I'm gonna reply. Trust me. Once again, thank y'all. Final Boss out.